In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Today we start chapter 9 in 2 Corinthians. And surely you know that when Paul wrote the letters, he didn't write them in chapters and verses. He wrote one letter. And so as we start chapter 9, Paul's still talking with the folks in Corinth about the promise that they made to make this donation to the saints in Jerusalem. So we see as chapter 9 begins that Paul is saying, I don't need to tell you how valuable the ministry of the saints is. You are already prepared with that knowledge. You already know how rich and kingdom focused their ministry is, and you want to be part of it. And so follow through with that donation, because now today we're going to look at one of the main schemes that the enemy uses against us. Because if you don't, look at verse 5. So I thought it necessary to urge the brethren that they would go on ahead to you and arrange beforehand that your previously promised bountiful gift, so that the same would be ready as a bountiful gift and not affected by covetousness. Well, that's one of the enemy's main schemes. Have you ever made a decision to follow the Lord in some way? Made a decision, maybe it's for a big donation. I don't know, but some decision to follow the Lord, and then as you continued to think about it, doubt creeped in. You thought, if I were to do this, then what if this happened, or what if that happened? See, the enemy is really good at what if scenarios, so that he would knock you off of your faith in the Lord, knock you off of your determination to walk as the Lord leads. And so we see here that gift that you promised, the more you think about it, the more the enemy's going to have you wanting to hold on. You would covet then the things that you promised to give away. No, you'd be wanting to hold on to them. Well, the enemy uses greed against us following the Lord. And when we fall into that greed, when we give in to the enemy's scheme against us instead of walking according to the leading of the Lord, it does nothing but work against us. The scriptures are chock full of verses having to do with greed. I'm just going to share two of them. We'll look at Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 24 says this. There is one who scatters, one who gives liberally, one who gives freely, and yet increases all the more. And there is one who withholds what is justly due, and yet it results only in more want. See, as you give, the Lord blesses you more. He who is faithful over a little, the Lord blesses him with much, because he blesses you that you would be a blessing, and so you share the blessing in little, and he gives you more so that you'll share even more. See, that's real Christianity. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 27 says this. He who gives to the poor will never want. Oh, that's a promise from God. But he who shuts his eyes will have many curses. Yeah, because the enemy comes after you. And so, let's be like Paul says. You made a promise, follow through on the promise. You said you would because the Lord led you into it. Don't let the enemy lead you out of it. Behold, a heart that is fully committed to following the Lord is a heart that follows through quickly, so that the enemy doesn't have opportunity to create doubt and drag us into covetousness. Let's get wise to the schemes of the enemy and behold the promises of God to walk in them and follow him. God bless you as you reject the schemes of the enemy in your day to day and instead walk in the blessing of the Lord. I'll see you tomorrow.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You